Hello everyone, we're here in DaVinci Resolve 18.5. We're going to do a simple sky replacement, but before I get to that, I'm going to show you some color settings that I think are very good. Instead of just using Rec 709, I found some other settings you can try. It only takes a minute, so I figured I would start it out with that because this picture is quite dingy and real dark sky and everything. So we'll go down to the color page now. Okay, we're going to start with the color adjustments. So if your effects isn't open, up in the top right, select effects. Go down to color space transform. And you can drop it right on the first node, or you can make a serial node to use. Then we have these 4 settings right here. Make the first one Rec 2020. Make the second one Rec 2100 HLG. And the next two will just make Rec 709. And if you look at my picture now, it looks much better. This is a great spot for any colorist to start with. I'm not a colorist, so I'm not going to get into it because it'll take me quite a while to get it figured out. I can do it, but for the sake of the tutorial, I don't think you guys want to watch me spend a half hour doing that. So we're not going to do any coloring. The whole idea is to show how to change the sky, and I wanted to show those settings I found. I'm going to come over here to the left, the bottom of your screen. Make sure qualifier jobber is selected. Let's add a serial node first. You can do that by right-clicking on the node and go down to Add Node, over to Add Serial. Or in Windows, you can hold the Shift plus S key. That'll make one, but I'm not sure about Mac. Okay, with that node selected, come down here to 3D. Select the serial node. And then come over to your effects and grab sky replacement. Drop it right there. Connect those two, and you'll see your sky is masked. Over here in the inspector, with this sky replacement node selected, there's a bunch of settings for cleaning up the edges. Mine looks really good. When you have trees and stuff like that, that's when it becomes to be refined much better than what it is. I just have these buildings, so play with these settings to get all your edges looking good. Now go down to artificial sky. I'll deselect that preview mask. And down in the artificial sky, take the sky opacity all the way up to 1. If you want a lighter or darker sky, there's a couple different ways of doing it. You can do it with the opacity or go in and change the color. But actually, I think the regular setting it comes in is good for this one. Then you have a horizon. We'll make that just a little bit yellow. And down below that, you have a softness and a height adjustment and angle. I don't know what they would use the angle for. But the height, you can see in the viewfinder now, I got the horizon up quite a bit. I just want to have it barely above the city. Now we'll go down to cloud opacity. And let's turn that all the way up. Now we have some clouds. You can play with all these settings. Every picture is different, so yours will definitely be different than mine to get what you'd like. I'm going to take the detail all the way up. Maybe the fill just a little bit. This time is if you want to keyframe it and make it move. And right here on there's a hotspot. You can add a sun to it. You can size it. And you can make the edges sharper. And you can change the color of it too. But we'll get rid of that. You can animate this to move too. Set your playhead all the way at frame 0. Set a keyframe. Take your playhead all the way to the end. And take your adjustment size all the way up. I'm sure there's other ways of animating this, but this is the easiest way I found so far. I'll go up and turn my render cache on. Let's make that a little longer. We'll re-keyframe this. Hit that little circle. We'll delete it. At frame 0, select the keyframe. Bring your playhead to the end. And the adjust size, run it all the way up. Fairly realistic. I think all in all, it does a pretty good job. Well, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.